Well, good morning and welcome to today's Cup of Chuck. Yeah, interesting title. Did that get you to click? Was that clickbait? Well, it is very, very true. It is all about the dope. And we all want the good stuff. Yes, we do. We want it as much as possible. It makes us feel great, and that's why we want it. We want it constantly, and we can't get enough of it. I'm talking about dopamine. I'm not talking. Oh, you thought I was talking about that wacky tobacco, the bud, the dope, the old terminology. No, I'm not talking about that. We'll talk about drugs. I'm having. Hey, this is the drug that I have. We'll talk about drugs another day. Another subject. One of the hundreds of things that I want to give you a cup of chuck on. Give you my take. These are all just my opinions. No, we're talking dopamine, man. We are wanting those feel goodies. Those feel goodies to be produced in our brain. And it's our perception of these life events that determines whether we're going to get these goodies. And it's different for everybody. I mean, an example would be a snake that I come across with somebody, and I would get some nice dopamine, feel good neurotransmitters, feel goodies going to try and catch the snake or have fun with the snake, looking at the snake. Whereas somebody else who has a fear of snakes, it now becomes a stressful event. And I mean, I'm going to have cortisol going through my body, adrenaline, um, but it's under good conditions. That person is going to have a fight or flight situation, and uh, there's no feel goodies on that one. Mm. I used to have so much fun with my health students, and the first day of class, I would sit up on my stool facing the class, and they're all looking at me and quiet and nervous about the first day. And I did the same type of thing. I said, hey, how's everybody doing? Uh, Let me ask you a question. I want you all to be straight with me. How many of you got high this summer? And they all look at me like, oh my God, who is this guy? He is crazy. He's already asking us these personal questions and stuff. And I'm not going to tell him that I smoked weed with my best friend for the first time. I don't want him to know this. Or, and then I would say to him, well, I didn't get high as much as the school year last year. I didn't get high every day, But I tried, and they were like, "Oh my God, he's telling us he smoked weed or he got high." And then I would pick on uh, some meek, usually a girl, very shy, quiet, that I could tell. And I said, I could tell. I think you get high. And she's like, "No, I don't, Mr. Mueller. I swear to God." And then I would say to him, "I'm talking about exercise." And then they'd all start laughing. Of course, there'd always be one guy in one of the classes when you'd ask him, if you got high this summer, he'd raise both hands and be like, "I did. You got some, Mr. Muller?" So anyway, we had our fun. Of course, the kids would get me back later on at parents' night. All the parents walking around the hallways. I'd be walking down the hallway or something, and they'd be like, "Hey, Mr. Muller, did you get high today?" And I'd be like, "Very good, very funny, George. Yes, I exercise. We're talking exercise here." Anyway, I mean, do you get high? Do you get high from? Are you exercising? So that's another question. I simply love the endorphin release, the natural high that I get from exercising. And I'm not an exercise freak. That extremes is not happening here. I'm not that triathlete guy and working out for a couple hours every day and all that stuff. Moderation, moderation in those types of things. But I will tell you that when I do work out, there is some intensity, and there's failure and so forth, uh, muscle failure. So I'm not into trying to get big and ripped and all that stuff, but I do like to have a nice physique, and part of that is diet too. We're going to go over all this stuff. We're getting there. But it is all about the dopamine. That's just one form of it. Hey, when I get likes, that's what we're all about, in the social media world. But please, if you agree with this, if you're vibing with this YouTube video or whatever channel I put this on, then give me a like, comment for the algorithm, as they say. Um, I'm up to 20 subscribers, I believe. You gotta crawl before you walk. I know I'm on my road. I'm on the road to 100, and then I'm gonna shoot for 500, and then 1,000, and we'll continue up that chain. But anyway, give me a like. That gives me a little shot of the feel goody that we all are seeking. A little bit of that dope, and that's what we're all after. So whatever floats your boat and gives you that dope. You have a super day. No, no. I keep trying to do this before we hit that gong. Did you observe something that I put in the background here? Did you see it? What's in the background? That's what is destroying the world right there. That is destroying the world. Oh my goodness. That greed. I had one of my students make that. Peace, love, and dope.